everybody, this is Shayna Hiller from Build Your Personal Yoga Business, and today I'd like to share with you the 5 steps that you must know and hopefully implement if you would like to host a successful yoga retreat. Yoga retreats are a phenomenal way to grow as a yoga teacher, to share yoga in a much different, deeper way, and to also get paid to travel. Let's just say it as it is. It's everything. It's so many things. The first step that you really want to be conscientious of is where. Where would you like to host this yoga retreat, right? There's no regulation system for yoga retreats, and you could technically host a yoga retreat anywhere in the world, including close to home. You can host a retreat in your backyard if you wanted to, or at your home, or near your home, or within driving distance. So there's many options to consider. It can also be overseas, a plane ride away, Bali, Costa Rica, the more popular destinations. But really being conscious about where, what calls to you. Is it a place you've been, a place you've been wanting to go, something that other people, perhaps some of your yoga students, have asked you about in terms of wanting to go on a retreat with you? So first, getting clear with your where. Mind you, these steps are not necessarily in order. I tried to make them as in order as possible. So considering where would you want to host your first retreat? If you are in the market for hosting a yoga retreat and you're not sure where to begin, close your eyes and start feeling into what shows up. Like, where are you guys when you're on this retreat? Is it tropical and sandy? Is it somewhere in Europe? Is it close to home? Is it in the woods? What type of a climate is it? So really getting present with that. And you can host many retreats. So this is just for this idea of a retreat. The second step to consider is, how long do you want your retreat to be? A retreat can actually be 4 hours, 2 hours, 1 day, 7 days, 10 days. 5 nights, 6 days, right? So there's no rule book as to how long a yoga retreat should be. And again, this depends on many factors, especially first and foremost, your where. If I'm going to host a yoga retreat in Bali, which is a 16 or 20-hour flight from here, it's going to be longer than a day for sure. Maybe longer than 2 days, right? So figuring out, again, who's your clientele? Who are your students? Poll your people, ask your people, send a survey. Hey, you guys, I'm thinking of hosting a retreat. What do you think? 2 days, 5 days, what would work best for your schedule, right? So again, ultimately you decide, you choose, and the more that you are clear and decisive with your choice, everything will start flowing and you'll attract the right students onto your retreat. The third thing to consider when hosting a yoga retreat is your theme. This is the third step, is the theme of the retreat. So many yoga teachers miss this point. And the reason that this is so important, more so now than ever, is because yoga retreats are growing. They're everywhere. There are so many websites that are hosting sites for yoga retreats, and you can literally type in different categories of retreats. So the market is definitely saturated, which is not a negative thing. In my opinion, a saturated retreat market is an opportunity for me to hone in on my theme. What is the exact theme of this retreat? Is it to inspire creativity? Is it a yoga and poetry retreat? Is it a yoga and surfing retreat? Is it yoga for women? Is it yoga and meditation for people with anxiety, or for writers or painters, or whatever your thing is, right? We all have a thing, and that thing may develop and evolve and shift and change, but it's important to have something specific so that the people who you are reaching out to have an understanding of how they're going to feel. What problem is your retreat going to solve, right? So just listing what's included on a retreat is one thing, but what type of person would be attracted to this retreat? Is it a person who's feeling stuck in their lives? Is it a person who's looking for deepening their meditation practice? Is it a person who's looking to get fit, right, and lose weight and detox? Like, this is very, very important to be able to hone in on your demographic. The fourth step to consider if you'd like to host a successful yoga retreat is your pricing structure. So this is something that, of course, you can go and hire a third-party company and give them all the details of your retreat, and they'll take a large percentage and they'll market it for you. I've done that in the past and I haven't had phenomenal results, and that's what propelled me to learning the numbers on my own. So there may be a deposit involved, paying a retreat center. You have to figure out the numbers. What do you need in order to not only break even, but to make money? I used to think that breaking even was the goal. Yeah, I got a free trip, right? And then things started shifting, especially if you've been teaching yoga for a while. It's time to start figuring out what your profit margin is. I have some content coming later in the year that's going to help you in a more step-by-step fashion. But for now, I just want you guys to start thinking along the lines of making a profit, figuring out the math. Even if you're not a math person, take it from me, there is a way to simplify this process so that you feel more empowered and in control of the numbers instead of leaving it up to chance. The fifth step of running a successful yoga retreat is marketing, is promotion, right? You can do all the work. You can create a beautiful landing page, a beautiful website. You can have all of the schedule down pat. You could have even paid the retreat center the deposit. But if you don't start sharing it, then it's just crickets, right? And you can share it absolutely word of mouth. If you do teach public yoga, name it at the end of each class. And don't just say, oh guys, I'm hosting a yoga retreat in July. I hope you can make it. Let me know if you have any questions. First of all, people are sometimes scared to go up to their yoga teacher. So having postcards is nice. That's like a bonus. That's a step 6, right? Have postcards for your retreat that people can pick up on their way out. Make sure that you're sharing not just that you have a yoga retreat coming up, but what it's going to be like. Like, share with them right at the end of a yoga practice is a prime time to say, hey, by the way, if you want more of this, come with me to Bali this spring. We're going to go deeper into the meditation. I wish I had more time to teach you guys here, but we're going to be able to actually live yoga, 3 healthy organic meals a day, lots of free time to explore a new culture and to really get out of your routine. Off the top of my head, right? And then, wow, that's very inspiring to people, and they'll likely be more attracted to your offer. Of course, you can also expand into the internet marketing world without having to pay money. Social media, Instagram stories, Facebook, emailing if you do have an email list. If you don't have an email list, I'll also be sharing more about that later, and how you can really grow your following and grow your customers on a yoga retreat. Because again, you can have all these other steps in place, but if you don't tell people about it, and tell people about it with joy, knowing that this retreat is going to help them, knowing that you are going to guide them on an experience that can absolutely transform their lives. So please know that you have that power, especially if this is your first retreat or you're not even sure yet, but something in you is kind of calling you to deepening your exploration of this segment of your yoga business. Please trust this. It's through the experience of going through the steps, figuring out how you're going to customize this experience, who you want to attract, and how you're going to share it and invite people in, that's going to actually get you to the next level. So if you feel fear, if you feel like uncertainty, that's great. Those are growing pains. So take these steps smoothly, figure out where is it going to be, how long is it going to be, what's the theme, what's the pricing, and promotion, market, share. This is a gift that you're sharing with people. So get present with that. Get present with knowing that you have value to share and it can transform people's lives. So again, that's another way of saying, get out of your own way, let go of the fear, and let people know you're magic. I hope these steps serve you in figuring out your yoga retreat and really just amplifying your confidence as a yoga teacher in general. If you want more steps and tools to build your yoga business, subscribe to the channel or check the link below. I have a free brand new ebook, 8 Steps to Build a Thriving Yoga Business. There's just so many facets to this world of yoga that are always evolving and growing. So my commitment is to stay very present with that ever-growing trend of yoga so that you can feel abundant, centered, balanced, continuously growing and evolving in your yoga career. And really, the result of that is getting to inspire and help more people find their balance, their health, their well-being, and their peace of mind. What could be better than that? So thank you again. Check the links below and subscribe if you haven't already. I also have my upcoming 200-hour yoga teacher training. So if you're not yet a yoga teacher and you're inspired to deepen your practice or start stepping on the path of being a leader in this industry, check the links below and see what happens. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Check out some other videos. Leave a comment, ask a question. I answer all of your questions with a video if applicable, so don't be shy. Go for it. I'll see you guys soon. Namaste.